Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's hard level difficulty puzzle, and it's called Cutthroat by Nicholas Duhale. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means fill the entire grid with the digits 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or box. Within a cage, digits must not repeat, and they sum to the small number in the top left corner if given. So, for example, these 5 digits must add up to 23. So, as an example, you could have something like, I don't know, let's see, 3, 6, 4, 1, and 9. And that is valid because, again, we don't have repeats, and they all add up to 23. You could not have something like, say, 3 and 7 here, because even though this satisfies normal Sudoku rules, in this version of Killer Cage Sudoku, you cannot have repeats. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. We have... Let's see. We have... interesting. These 2 digits cannot be in the same cells as these. Or cannot be the same digits as these, right? So these 2 digits both see these 3 cells. So these 2 digits must be exactly the same as these 2 digits here. So we're going to mark those 2 as the same. Oops. This one cannot be any of these 2 cells. Can't be any of these 4. Can't be here. So this one must be one of these 2. We're not sure which. Let's see. Do we have anything else? These 2 cells similarly cannot be any of these 3 cells. It can't be any of these cells because it sees those. So these 2 must be the same as those 2. So we're going to mark those 2 as the same as those 2. Therefore, those go over here. The orange goes over here. That's very interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so these 3 digits cannot be these 3 cells, and it can't be these 3 cells either. So these 3 digits must specifically be these 3. So one of the oranges is here. That's interesting. What else do we have? Okay, well, there's too many darks here. I guess we can make it pink. I don't know. Okay. So these 2 digits add up to 11. These 3 digits add up to 21. That means the 4 remaining digits must add up to 45 minus 21 minus 11, which is 13. So these must add up to 13. So that means it's 1 at least. And this is 7 at most, because you have 1, 2, 3, 7 is the maximum value of a single digit that can add up with 3 other digits to add up to 13. This is 9, so this is 9 also. These are 1 through 6. So we know the 9 has to be one of these 3 digits here, because this adds up to 9 at most here. This can't be 7. This is 18. which means we have 45 minus 18, which is 27, right? I think so. 9 is kind of the equivalent of 21, right? Because okay, yeah, you have 6 and 24 on the as the two uh 3-cell cages, which can add up with 3 unique digits adding up to the ends, the lowest and the highest. 6 and 24, which is 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8, 9. Then you have 7 and 23, 8 and 22, and 9 and 21. And the 9 and the 11 are kind of equivalent too. So, what we know then is this is 18. 45 minus 18 is 27. 27 can have 3 7, 8, 9 added together. Oops. You can have 3 7, 8, 9 as a possibility. We know 9 is here. We also know we don't know if 8 is here or not. So 1 has to be one of these cells. This cell then must be one of these 4 cells, but we're not sure which. These are kind of actually these are pretty much symmetrical here around the center cell in terms of cage situation. Interesting. This okay, so these 3 cells cannot be these 3, cannot be these 3. It has to be the same as these 3. So I guess we can mark those as greenish. Hmm. So this is a pink cell, and this pink cell must be here, and it must be in the 21 cage. It's also a green cell, so it must be in the green cells and then the 9 cage. So we have a single digit here, which must be part of these 3 pink cells. So it also must be part of the 21 cage. We also have it being part of one of these green cells, and therefore it must be part of the 9 cage here. So one of these digits is the same in this cell and in this cell. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, anytime you have a 9, you have to have 2 digits that are from 1 through 3. And the other digit must be a 4, 5, or a 6. Similarly, if you have a 21 cage, you have to have 2 cells from 7, 8, and 9, and the remaining digit must be from 4, 5, and 6. So this must be a 4, 5, or 6 here. Oops. This must be a 4, 5, or 6, because this has to be the same either in this cage and in this cage. Um, uh, huh. And that's the only one that you have overlap in. So you cannot have a 7 here. Actually, you could if this is a 3. Hmm. Okay, interesting. So, if this is 126, oh, these three digits also add up to 21, right? Because you have 45 minus 11 minus 13. That's 24. 45 minus 24 is 21. So these three digits add up to 21 also. But that doesn't really tell us very much. If this is 126, this becomes 6, 7, and 8. So 126 eliminates 1, 8, 2, 7, and 3, 6 as possibilities. So this would have to be a 4, 5 pair. Okay, so yeah, what are the possibilities here? Let's just clear all this stuff out. If this is 126, that means 1, 8, 2, 7, and 3, 6 are eliminated. So this is 4, 5. This has to be 6, 7, 8, adding up to 21. Therefore, this is 2, 9. Because this adds up to 11. And we eliminate 6, 7, and 8 here. You cannot have 1, 2. This is a 6 here. This cannot be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would be a 3 then here. So that's possible. Otherwise, if this is 1, 3, 5, this would be 5, obviously. This would be 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5 means this has to be 2 and 7. So 1, 3, 5, 2, 7. This is 5, 7, 9. That eliminates 2, 9, 4, 7, and 5, 6. So this is 3, 8. And so you have 1, 3, 5, 2, and 7 eliminated. Okay, let's clear all this stuff first. We've shown what could happen if it's 1, 2, 6. 1, 3, 5 makes this 2, 7. This becomes 5, 7, 9. Therefore, this is 3, 8, and this would have to be 4, I believe. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, so this is so far, this is 5 and 6. This is 4, 3 and 4. If this is 2, 3, 4, this becomes 1, 8. This is obviously 4. This would have to be 4, 8, 9. That eliminates 2, 9, 3, 8, and 4, 7. So this is 5, 6. So this would have to be 7. Okay. And this would be 1, 2, and 3 here. Okay. So then this would not be 1. This would have to be 8. This would be 1. 5, 6. This would be 1, 2, 3. Huh. Oh, that is actually a good question. What are these two cells, essentially? This cell cannot be any of the pinks, can't be any of these. guess it could be that one, though. Uh, huh. Okay, let's figure that out, actually. 1, 2, 6. This would be then 4, 5. This would be 6, 7, 8. This would be 2, 9, 2, 9. This would have to be 3. And this would be 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5. This would be a 6. This could never be 9. Because if this were 9, that would mean that the green would have to contain 9, but we know the 9 has to be here. So this would be 2, this would be 9. This would be... Ah, that doesn't work. Because both the 4 and the 5 would have to be here. And therefore the pink wouldn't fit with that one. So that does not work. I think that works the same way with 2, 3, 4 would be my guess, right? If we try 2, 3, 4, this becomes 1, 8, 1, 8. This is 4, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9. This then becomes 5, 6, 5, 6. This has to be 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is 7. This is 4 again. This is 7. This would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Therefore, this couldn't be 1 because it has to be 8 for the pink. So this is 1. And this would have to be 5, 6, 9 remaining. But the problem is one of the 5 or 6s has to be a green, and that's not possible. So neither of those work. Therefore, it has to be 1, 3, 5. If that's the case. So this has to be 1 through 5. This is 5, 7, 9 to add up to 21. Therefore, that leaves this as 2, 7, 2, 7. This becomes 3 and 8. So this is a 4. This is obviously a 5. This becomes 1, 2, and 6. So the pink cannot be 2, so it has to be 7. So this is 7, this is 2, this is a 2, 7 pair here. This becomes 4 and 5 here. This is also 4, 5, and 7. This becomes a 3, 8 pair. This has to be a 9. Since this is 9, whatever the dark is 9. This becomes a 6, 8, 9 triplet here. This has to be a 1. And this is 4, 5. It cannot be 8 because the 6, 8, 9 triplets here. Therefore, this is 3 and this is 8, which forces this to be 3. This can't be 1. What are the remaining digits here? We have 1, 6, and 9 here. This can't be 1. This can't be 9. So this is 1. This is 6 and 8. Cannot be 6, 8, or 9. This is 1, 2, or 6. So 2 and 7 have to be here, and the remaining digit is 1, 6, or 9. Okay. Because of that, this has to be 3 and 8 with 4, 5, or 7. If this is 3, 8, that's 11. This has to be 6 and 9. So this cannot have an 8 here. Because that 6, 8, and 9 already adds up to 23. Oh, wait. No, it could be 3. No. Yeah. 6, 8, and 9 already add up to 23. And this is 23 in size. So 8 can never be here. So therefore, this is an 8. So since this is 8, this cannot be 8 here. 8 has to be here. If you have 8 and 9, you cannot have 1, 2, and 3 here. So this has to be 6 and 9 here, which forces this to be a 9. But this can't be 9 here, so this must be the same as that one. So this is not the dark. This has to be the same as that digit. This is 14. We have to have a 3 here. So that's 17. And these two digits must add up to 6. So it has to be 3 and 4 here. Wait, it can't be 4. It's 1, 6, or 9. Right. This is 1, 3. No. Where did I get 1, 3? Okay, this is 1, 3, 6, and 9. I don't know where I got that before. So this is 6. Again, cannot be 8 because 8, 6, and 9 already add up to 23. The 3 digits, so that doesn't work. This can't be 9, obviously. So this has to be 1 and 3 then. So we have 1, 3, 6, and 8. This is 14 plus 4 is 18. 23 minus these digits must be, this is a 5. So this cannot be 5 here. I don't think, if this is 1, 2, or 6, that would mean 3 of these digits already add up to 9. And if you have another 9 here at best, that doesn't work. Right? So you have 1, 2, 6 in 3 of the digits, and then a 9. That would add up to 18, and we would need another 9 here, which is impossible. So this doesn't work. So you cannot have 1, 2, or 6 here, because one of them has to be, this has to be a 7, 9 pair. Which means this can't be 9. This is 1 and 6, which forces this to be a 2. Which means this cannot be 2 here, which requires a 2 then to be here. This is a 1, 6, 1, 6 pair. This is 9. This is a 1, 3, 1, 3 pair. That forces this to be 6, and this is 1. 8 has to be in this 17 cage. This can't be 5. This 2 means this can't be 2. This has to have a 2. It could be, okay, so if it's 2, 6, 7, okay, if it's 1, 2, 7, 9, that adds up to 19, so we would need an 8 there. That's possible. If this is 2, 6, 7, 9, that would mean, so this is 2, 6, 7, 9. That's 8 with 7 and 9 is 24. So this would have to be a 3 then if that were the case. Okay, this is 8. The remaining 2 digits must add up to 17 minus 8, which is 9. Cannot be 1, 8, cannot be 4, 5. It's 2, 7, or it's 3, 6 with the 8. So 1 and 4 are here. But this obviously can't be 1. We have a 6, 8, 6, 8 pair in column 8, which eliminates 6 and 8 from the rest of the column. Also, this is 4, 6, 8 here. This then cannot be 6 or 8. Therefore, where is the 8? It must be here. So these 2 digits must add up to 9, and it can only be 2 and 7. So this is... except we have a problem because this is a 2, 7 pair. Ooh, what did I do wrong here? I think my logic made sense, but I think I messed something up here. 2, 4, and 6 have to be there. Cannot be 1, 8, cannot be 4, 5, and we tried 3 and 6, but the 6, 8 pair eliminates that. But then we have a 2, 7, 2, 7 pair, which eliminates that 2, 7. Not good. Okay, what did I do wrong here? I think all of this logic is still kosher. But the problem is that we have that problem, right? Hmm. This all makes sense. 5, 7, 9, 21. So why am I running into this problem here? These are 2, 7. That eliminates all possibilities for that cell. What did I mess up? No 2, 9, no 4, 7, no 5, 6 for the 11 cell. So it has to be 3, 8. So that's correct. 1, 2, 6 then has to be here, which makes this, and this has to be 4. So the 7 has to be in the pinks. It has to be one of these. This is all kosher. Maybe it was this part. I think this is correct, right? These 3 cells cannot be any of these 3, cannot be any of these 3, so they must specifically be these 3 exact cells. Same with these 3, right? These 3 can't be here, can't be any of these 3, so they must be exactly those 3 cells. We can't have an 8 here because this was a 6, 8, and 9 triplet, and if we have an 8 or 6 or a 9 here, that will eliminate that. So this must be then the other 2, which is 1 and 3. But then we have a 6, 8, 6, 8 pair here. Oh, this doesn't have to be 5, I think. I think that was where I messed up. Hold up. Okay, that was probably where I messed up. Yeah. So this doesn't have to be 9. This could be 6 or 9. I think this actually still works okay. This doesn't have to be a 5 then. 1, 3 with 8. Okay, 1, 3, and 8. Right, you cannot have 6 or 9 here, so this has to be 1, 3, which forces this to be 6, this to be 1, this to be 9. That's fine. I think you could have, so 1, 3, 6, 8, I think, again, we had, so 1, 3, 8 is 14. No, it's 11. No, it's 12. Blah. Can't do math right now. 1, 3, and 8 is 12. 23 minus 12 is 11. So it's either 2, 9, or 5, 6. Okay, so yeah. So it cannot be 5 because we just showed why that doesn't work. So if this is a 6, 8, 6, 8 pair, 8 has to be here, which means this would then be a 2, 7 pair because this would be 5, but that doesn't work. So this cannot be 9 here. This has to be 6, which forces this to be a 8, 9 pair here. So this still could actually be this cell. So that's fine. It could be either of these. Okay. So then this has to be a 2. This is 8 here somewhere. Which one of these is 8, one of these is 8, which eliminates 8 from being that cell. So this is a 6. This cannot be the dark cell then. This 6, this 6. This has to contain a 6 then. It has to be 3 and 6 here, and this can't be 6. We have a 3, 8 pair here. This must be a 6. This 3, 8 pair eliminates 3 and 8 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 3. This can't be 8. This is a 9. This is an 8. The rest of these digits are 4, 6, and 8. This can't be 6 here. This is either 2 with 1. if this is 1, that means where's the 1? It has to be one of these cells. But that's not possible because 1, 2, and 10 add up to 13. Therefore, this is 6. This cannot be 6. It's a 1, 2 pair. 1, 2 with 7 and 9 adds up to 19. 27 minus 19 is 8. So this is 8. This has to be 2, 6, and 5 to add up to 13, right? 2 has to be here, 2 has to be here. So 2 must be one of these 3 digits. Right? Because 2 must be, these remaining digits are 1, 3, 4, 7, and 9. 9 cannot be here. 6 cannot be here. 6 is one of these 2. 8 can't be here. These 4 cells must add up to 15, and you have 6. And 2 has to be here. Since 2 is here, that means this must be a 1, 3, 5 pair, adding up to 9, right? 45 minus 30 is 15. 15 minus 6 is 9. So 3 digits adding up to 9, it would have to be 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, or 2, 3, 4. But we know the 2 has to be here. Therefore, this is 1, 3, 5. Therefore, neither of these could be 1. So this is a 1, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 1. This is a 3, 5 pair, which eliminates 3 and 5 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this is 4, this is 5, this is 3. This can't be 2. The remaining digits are 7 and 9. These can't be 2. That's a 5, 6 pair, which eliminates 5 and 6 in the rest of the box and the rest of the row. So this is 2. This 5, 6 also eliminates that 5, so that's a 3, which makes that a 5. This 3 eliminates that 3, so it's 8, which makes that a 3. None of these can be 3 anymore, so this must be a 3 here. This can't be 1. This can't be 5. We have 4, 7, and 9 remaining here. This can't be 5. This is 4 and 7. We have a 4, 7, 4, 7 pair in column 6, which eliminates 4 and 7 in the rest of the column. So this must be a 5. This has to be, what, 2, 4, and 6. This can't be 2. This can't be 6 here. 2 cannot be here or here, and 2 cannot add up to 21. So 2 must be one of these 2 cells here. It's 13, right? So it could be 2, 5, 6. This can't be 3 here. 3 cannot be here. 3 cannot be here. 3 cannot be here. This must be 2 and 3 here. Because we have a 3 here, we have a 3 here. The rest of row 7 and 8 cannot contain a 3. Where is a 3 in row 9? Can't be here. It must be in the box. So this is 2, 3, and 8, adding up to 13. 8 cannot be... Ooh, we have a contradiction because this is 8. No! No! How did I screw this up? Okay, I must have screwed up pretty badly. Okay, this can't be 8 because of this 8, so this must be a 2, which makes that an 8. This makes this a 7 and 2. That leaves this as a 4 remaining. This cannot be 4. We have 1, 5, 7, 9 here. That's pretty bad. I don't know where I messed up. It's 24 plus 1 and 2 does add up to 27. Shoot. That's really bad. Wait, no, it's... Sorry. No, it is 2, 3, 8. Dang it. That's pretty problematic, actually. I think the logic it all was correct, but somehow in the execution, I think we messed up a little bit somewhere. Okay, let's redo this. So I think the logic is still the same, right? these green cells cannot be these. It has to match these cells. These pink cells cannot be these, cannot be these. It must match these pink cells, right? And these two cells can't be any of these three, can't be any of these. So this must match these two here. Similarly, these gray cells must match these gray cells. So this is 11. If we try to have 1, 2, 6 here, the problem is that two digits adding up to 9 cannot have 1, 8, 2, 7, or 3, 6. It must be 4, 5. This digit that's the same here. So whatever this digit is must be part of green, so it must also be part of this cell, and therefore it must be a 6, because this one also must be part of this cage, and must be pink. So it must be 6. This is 6, 7, 8. That forces this to be 2, 9, which forces this to be 3, and this is 1, 4, and 5. But this is guaranteed to be pink, so that doesn't work, because 1, 4, 5 is here. So that doesn't work. Yeah, so that's all kosher. This is 1, 3, 5. That eliminates 1, 8, 3, 6, and 4, 5 for this 9 cage. So this is 2, 7. This must be a 5. So this is 5, 7, 9 here. That eliminates 2, 9, 4, 7, and 5, 6. So this 11 cage must be 3 and 8. This cannot be 1, 2, 3. Oh, interesting. Ah, that's where I might have messed up. This could actually be 4 or 6 here. Okay. Well, either way, we know that this is 1, 2, 4, or 6 here. Okay, that's where I messed up. This does not have to be, yeah, okay. So this is all 1, 4, 6, and 9 as possibilities in box 5. This is a 3, 8 pair. This is a 2, 7 pair. 5 has to be in all of these. Okay, so 2 has to be one of these cells. So this pink cell cannot ever be a 2. So this has to be 7, which makes that a 2. This has to be 4, 6, 8, or whoops. 4, 6, 8, or 9, with 8 and 9 having to be here. We know a 5 and a 7 are here. This cannot be 1 or 2. It's 4, 6, or 9. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Anyways, this is 4, 6, 8, or 9 also. Yeah, so this doesn't have to be 4. That was where we made the mistake. It can't be 1, 2, 3. It could be 4. It can't be 5. Can't be 7. Could be 6. Could not be 3, 8, or 9. This is 4 or 6. So this is okay, so 8 has to be one of these 3 cells here. So this can never be 8. Therefore, this can't be 8. This is a 3. This is an 8. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of bad, but okay. We can recover from that. This is 3, 4, 5. Oops. This is 3 and 5 with 4, 6 here. This is 4, 6 also. Okay, so where is the 9? 9 can never be here. So, and 9 has to, this pink must match these 3 pinks. So 9 can't be here, 9 can't be here, 9 can't be in pink, it must be 9 here. Similarly, I think 1 also has to be here, right? So this is 1. This cannot be 1 here. Can this ever be 3 and 8? Possibly. This is 4, 6, 8, or 9. So it cannot be 9 here because of this 9. This is 1. So one of these is, okay, this cannot be 1, 3, or 5. What are the remaining digits? It's 2, 7, and you know 3 or 5. It has to be 4 or 6 here, with 9 as a possibility. Okay. Hmm. Okay. What are the remaining digits here? 1, 2, 4, and 6. What are the remaining digits here? No 5, no 7, no 9, no 2. So we have 3, 8, 1, 4, and 6 here. Okay. If this is 1... Yeah, this was a pretty bad mistake there. Anyways. Let's just continue. These two digits do not have to be in this cell here. I was only able to eliminate that because of this 5 cage here. Hmm. Can you have 8 and 9? Well, I think we showed 8 and 9 doesn't... Well, not necessarily. This could be 4 or 6. Uh... One thing we know is the 9 has to be in this 30 cage, right? If we tried to have a 9 not in the 30 cage, the 9 can only add up to 15 with 1, 2, and 3, but this can't be 1, 2, or 3 here, right? It has to be 4, 6, or 8. So 9 definitely has to be one of these cells. Does that help us much? Not particularly. So what are the combinations that add up to 27 or 23 with the 5 cell cages? Um, this is 8 with 4, 6, and 9, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, we've shown this can't be 6. Or is it the other way around? It can't be 4. Yeah, it can't be... Well, as long as this is 8 or 9. But maybe it could be 6. No, okay. So if this is 4... Oh, that's actually interesting. Yeah. We've shown that that doesn't work, essentially. Interesting. That was very convoluted. I wonder how you actually prove this without going through and solving that. I'm not sure. Maybe you could do sets. These two digits. So this digit, whatever it is, must be here. Right, okay, so we can let's remove these because we've cleared essentially this information. This cell must be here. Because it can't be here, can't be any of these, and it must then be here. This cell also cannot be this and this, so it must be here and then it must be here. So this cell could be in that spot, right? But what does that really tell us? I'm not sure. It cannot be this cell then, because this cell must be here. Could be any of these. Not sure if we're told very much from that. Hmm. Yeah. You could have, again, you could have 8, 9, 1, 3, and 2. But we ran into problems with that, though. Specifically, well, not necessarily. We had made some assumptions here, too. But this 4... I think you can make that assumption for this 2, 4, and 6, right? So, if this is not 7, 9 here, this would have to be 2, 4, or 6 for one of them. And you would have at most 1, 2, 6, right? Because you cannot have 1, 4, and 6 because this digit has to be not in any of these. So you would be guaranteed to have 1 and 2 with 4 and with either a 4 or a 6 there. If that's the case. If you have 1, 2, and 4, that's 7 plus 9 is 16, and you would need a 1 digit adding up to 11, which is 20 because 27 minus 16 is 11, and that doesn't work. If you have 1, 2, and 6, like we showed, that doesn't work because if you have 1, 2, and 6 added together plus a 9, you would have to have another 9 there in the cage because 1, 2, and 6 adds up to 9 plus 9, which is 18. 27 minus 18 is 9 again, and that doesn't work. So this has to then be a 7, 9 pair, which means this cannot be 9, this has to be a 9, and this has to be a 2. So there we're guaranteed that. So this cannot be 9 here. We cannot have a 2 here, so this must contain a 2 here. We also then have to have a 2 here, right? Because 2 must be here. 2 cannot be in this cage. We know there's a 2 in one of these 3 cells, so it must be here. And this can't be 2. This can't be 2 because of this 2, so where's the 2 in box 1? It has to be that cage. So this is still the same. We could have, okay, so 1, 2, 2, 4, and 2, 6 are the possibilities here. Can you have 2 and 6? I think so, actually. This can never be 1. If this is... Well, this could be 1 then. That's possible. Okay, that's not necessarily a kosher there. 1, this is 16. So the remaining digits must add up to 11. So 3 digits adding up to 11. If it's 7, 9... it would be 1, 2, 8, adding up to 11, 2, 4, 5, or 2, 6, 3, adding up to 11. Either way, whatever this digit is, it cannot be that one. Sorry, that didn't make any sense. Whatever this digit is, it must be in this 13 cage because it cannot be the same as that one. Excuse me. So this can never be 1 because that would force this to be 1, 2, and 10. So this has to be then 1, 2 here. So then this is still the same. This has to be an 8, which means this cannot be 8. This is a 4 or 6 here. So this 4 or 6 must match one of these two. So this can't be 4 or 6 here because this one is different than this one. These two must be the same. And it matches one of these two. Okay. So where is this digit? This digit has to be here. So this is either 2, 4, and 7 adding up to 13, or 2, 5, and 6 adding up to 13. Let's see. Could you have... So say this was not 1. That would... the 1 of 3, 4, 6, or 8 would be here, right? So you would have to have 3. Okay, say this was not 8. Then 8 would have to be here. This would be 9. You'd have an 8 and a 9. So say this was not 8. You'd have 8 here, 9 here. You would have to have 1, 2, and 3 in the rest. But this can't be 1, 2, or 3. So this can never be 8, which means this does... Okay, so this still has to be the same. This has to be 8. This cannot be 8. 8 has to be one of these two. 8 also has to be one of these 3. So therefore, 8 has to be one of these two. So we have 2, 8, and 9 in the 30 cage. What does that mean? We have 2, 8, and 9 in the 30 cage. That adds up to 19. So the last two digits must add up to 11. And so it either is 4, 7, or 5, 6. Either way, 1 cannot be here. So 1 still does have to be here. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 1. Neither of these can be a 2 then, which means this is forced to be a 2 here. So that's still the same. We have 1 being here. This is 8. It cannot be 1, 7, 1, 8, sorry. It could be 2, 7, 3, 6, or 4, 5. We're not sure which. We know there's an 8 here. It could be 1, 3 with 8, which would make this add up to 11, 2, 9. That could be the case. It could be... It can never be 3, 4, 6, and 8, right? Because that would eliminate all possibilities for the red. So I think it also has to only be 1, 3 there. If it's 4 or 6 here, that means the red is the other 4 or 6. So this could not contain a 4 or 6. So then you have 3, 8, and 9 with that minimum 4. 3, 8, and 9 adds up to 20, with 4 is 24, so that's not allowed. So this has to be a 1, 3 pair. This can't be 1. This has to be a 1 here then. And I think this has to be, so this could be 4 or 6. Okay, so we have 1, 3, and 8 guaranteed. It's either 2, 9, it's 5, 6, or it's 4, 7, I believe, right? Right. This is still have to be guaranteed to be that one. because this can't be 1. This 4, 6, or 9 has to be part of this, so this can't be 9. Therefore, this is the 4, 6. Therefore, this is an 8, 9 pair here. This is not the dark. We have 1, 3, 8, and 9. That's 21 plus 2. So this is 2. It cannot be 2 and 7 with 8. It's 3, 6, and 8. Or it's 4, 5, and 8. Okay, so this dark, where can this dark be? Can't be in this cage, can't be here, it must be here. So this is dark is the same. This is 4 or 6. This one is one of these two, we're not sure. So this cannot be the, could be, can't, no. One of these is 8, so this can't be 8. This is 9, which makes that an 8. This can't be 2. This can't be 9. We have 8, and we have 4, 5, or 3, 6. So this cannot be 4 or 6 here. Okay, 2 cannot be here, 2 cannot be here. Therefore, 2 has to be one of these 2 digits. Okay, and this is what, yeah. So this problem essentially reared its head. This is dark also. Dark has to be one of these 2. Dark cannot be here. Dark is one of these 2. We're not sure which. This cannot be 2, 3, and 8. 8 cannot be here. 8 cannot be here. 8 cannot be any of these. Therefore, this must be an 8 here. So none of these are 8, which makes this an 8, and therefore this is not the red one. So one of these is red, the other one's dark. So we have a dark here, we have a dark here. Dark cannot be here, dark cannot be here, and dark can't be here. So dark is one of these 2. We're not sure which. This can't be 2, 3, and 8. So if this were 3, that would fail. Because then this would have to be 3. Is that guaranteed? We don't know. Okay, never mind. We're pretty sure though. Yeah. You have 2, 8, and 9. Okay, so 2, 8, and 9. It's either 3. Wait. Can't be 3, 7. So 3 does have to be one of these 2 digits. Therefore, this can't be 3. 2, 8, 9 adds up to 19. 30 minus 19 is 11. You have 2 digits adding up to 11, so it's either 4, 7, or 5, 6. Obviously, this can't be 2 or 8. This can't be 9. This can't be 2, 8, or 9. So we have 3. It cannot be. So if one of these is 4, 6 here, this is 4, 6, so this has to be then 5 or 7 for that cell. This is a 3 here. 3 cannot be any of these spots. So 3 is one of these 4, or these 5 cells. 8. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or no, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dark 4, 6 is one of these 2. We're not sure which. Okay, I think we've shown that this can never be 6 then, or 4. Was it 4? Yeah, it was 4. Because if we tried this as 4, this is 6. This is 6. So it becomes 3, 5, 6. Therefore, this is 6. This is 6. It would have to be 3, 8. So you would have to have a 3b here. How did we eliminate 3? I think we had a 3 here? It's hard to remember. This can't be 2. So the other two digits here add up to 11. There's no 2, 9, no 3, 8. It's 4, 7, or 5, 6. So this is 2 here. There's no 2 in this one, so it could be 1, 3, 7, 1, 4, 6 does not work. So 1, 3, 7 could be the case. This can't be 7. If this were 7, that would be 1, 3, 1, 3, which is not allowed. Oh, this is always 8. So the other two digits add up to 13, right? So it's either 4, 9, or 6, 7 here. Right? Because these three add up to 21. And this is 4 or... So if this is 2, 4, 7, that would make this 6 and 9 adding up with 8, but that doesn't add up to 21, so that doesn't work. So this cannot be 2, 4, 7. It has to be 2, 5, 6 here, which means this is a 4, 9 pair, which means this does have to be 1, 3, and 7 here. That eliminates 1 from being here. 3, we have a 1, 3, 1, 3 pair and a 1, 3, 7 triplet in rows 7 and 8, which eliminates 1, 3, and 7 in the rest of those rows. Therefore, these can't be 3. Therefore, this is 5, 8, and this must be 4. So that's how we show that that has to be a 4. This cannot be the dark then. This has to be the dark and is a 4. So this can't be dark. This is the dark and is a 4. So all the darks are 4s. This is a 4. This is a 6. This is a 4. This is 4. This is 4. This is a 1 because that's the only place for it now. This can't be 4 here. We have a 2, 5, 6 triplet in row 9, which eliminates 2, 5, and 6 from the rest of the row. Therefore, this is 3, 7, 9, 3, 7, 9, but this can't be 9 here. This can't be 3 because one of these must be 3 here. This can't be 4. So this is adding up to 15. It's 1, 3, 4, and 7. So this can't be 5. These can't be 7 then. This 3, 7 pair eliminates 3 and 7 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 7. This is 9. This is 7. This is 3. This can't be 5 anymore. This can't be 7. Here we have 6 and 7 remaining, which eliminates 6 from that cell. And this can't be 7, so this is 2. This is 7. None of these can be 2, so that forces this to be 2. This 6, 7 pair eliminates 6 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this is 5. This can't be 4, 5, or 6, so this is a 3. These can't be 3 or 4. So it's a 5, 6 pair here. This can't be the red then. No 4, 5 here. No 4, 5 here. This is a 4, 7 pair. Add up to 13, which eliminates 4 and 7 in the rest of the row and in the box. So this can't be 7. This can't be 7 because we have a 7 in columns 2 and 3 for box 1 and in columns 2 and 3 for box 4. So this can't be 7 anymore. This has to be a 7. This can't be 4 because of that 4. This is a 9, which forces this to be 5, which makes that a 9. This 5 eliminates that 5, so that's an 8, which makes that a 5. This 7 eliminates that 7, so this is 6 and 7. This can't be 9. This is a 4, 7 pair. This cannot be 4 or 7. This can't be 4. It's a 5, 6, 7 triplet. This can't be 7 because of the 4, 7 pair in the row, so this is 3. This is 7. This can't be 5 because of this 5, so this is 6. This becomes an 8 and 9 pair here. This can't be 3 because of this 3, therefore this is an 8, which makes that a 3. This can't be 6, so it's not the red. We have a 1 here. Where's the 7 in row 1? Can't be any of these because of the 4-7 pair here. Can't be here, so it must be here. So this is 7, which forces this to be 6. Therefore, it's a 5. This 8 makes this not an 8, so this is 9, which makes that 8. That leaves this as a 6, which leaves that as a 3. That makes this a 1, which makes that not a 1, a 3. Which makes this a 1, therefore that's a 3. This can't be 1 or 3, so this is 5. None of these can be 5. This 9 means this can't be 9, so this must be 7, which makes that a 9. This 7 means this can't be 7, so this is 4, which makes that a 7. That 4 means this has to be a 6, which makes that a 4. This is no longer the dark. This is no longer dark either. This is red. This can't be red then. This can't be 6 because of the 6 in the column, so this is 2. That makes this a 5. This is a 6. This 2 makes this a 6, which makes that a 2. This can't be red. This 6 eliminates that 6, so this is a 5, and that's a 6 here. This is not the red. And that leaves these digits, which must be, this 3 eliminates that 3, so this is a 1, this is a 3, that leaves this as a 1, this is a 5, and this is a 9. Ooh. That's how you solve it. Apologies on that assumption. I don't know why I just immediately jumped to that. Everything else was actually pretty solid logic. I just, yeah, made that mistake. Yeah. Be careful about those sort of things. Sometimes it just happens, though. You just have to re-solve it from the beginning with a clearer mind. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.